he was 100% unique in the world. As good an announcer as Timmy McCarver is, and there are things Timmy does a lot better than Ralph ever did. And as good as Vin Scully is, no one will ever be what Ralph was.
I'm Tim McMaster with the MLB.com FastCast. The baseball world mourned the loss of Ralph Kiner on Thursday at the age of 91. Kiner played for 10 Major League seasons from 1946 to 55, spending time with the Pirates, Cubs, and Indians. The slugger hit 369 home runs and averaged a long ball every 14.1 at-bats. Kiner became a broadcaster for the Mets in 1962 and would remain in that role for 52 years. He was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1975.
You had to draw the stories out of him when you asked him to talk about himself. He was really willing to talk about others, and how good players of his era were, but it was not easy to draw it out of himself. And I think that's the one thing, is the humility that I think came with the man and how good he was as a ball player.
I could go on forever about Ralph. There's almost no one I know in the game who is more liked and really beloved, and by everybody. Men said they loved Ralph Kiner.
In other news on Thursday, the Mariners have come to terms on a 2-year, $14 million deal with reliever Fernando Rodney. The 36-year-old totaled 37 saves in 2013 and 48 saves in 2012 with a .60 ERA for Tampa Bay.
When you're in a win-now mode, and they're clearly, when you give Cano and Logan Morrison and Corey Hart, when you bring guys like that in, you're in a win-now mode. He makes them better. They weren't a good bullpen last year. Fernando Rodney was second in the major leagues in blown saves last year, but over the last 2 years, he's done a good enough job. He's a reliable guy. He's a good guy to have in the clubhouse, a fun-loving guy.
The Arizona Diamondbacks became the first team to open their spring training on Thursday as pitchers and catchers reported to camp. The D-backs are preparing for their season-opening series against the Dodgers on March 22nd and 23rd, which will take place in Sydney, Australia. The Marlins have signed reliever Carlos Marmol to a 1-year deal. The 31-year-old split the 2013 season with the Cubs and Dodgers and has 117 career saves in 8 seasons. The Astros have signed right-hander Jerome Williams to a 1-year deal. Williams went 9-10 with a 4.57 ERA with the Angels in 2013. To make room on the 40-man roster, the Astros designated infielder Brett Wallace for assignment. For more on these stories and to see which teams packed their bags for spring training on Thursday, log on to MLB.com. It's baseball everywhere.